we saw the kind of offer that Ice Cube made to Caitlyn to play in the Big Three. That is $5 million to play 3 months.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Wnba Core. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Today I've got another exciting and highly interesting video for you. And if you're a true Caitlyn Clark fan, you're definitely going to want to watch this one until the very end. Before we get started, let me know you're part of the Wnba Core Army by commenting CC 100% below. I love seeing all the amazing Clark fans in the comments. Now, without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into today's video. Elon Musk made headlines recently when he offered Caitlyn Clark an incredible $10 million to show his support. Musk, the owner of X, formerly known as Twitter, had been keeping a close eye on the barrage of criticism directed at Clark during the WNBA season. Unable to remain silent any longer, he made the decision to intervene and provide financial support to what he considers to be one of the biggest stars in sports history. Caitlyn Clark just had a playoff series like Magic Johnson. But that's only the beginning. In this video, we'll delve into the enormous endorsement deals that Clark has been offered. You'll learn which ones she accepted and which ones she declined. And some of these will undoubtedly surprise you. We've seen such a huge inflection of attention and you know her play, just the way she plays the game. I think that's going to be sustainable. For all the most recent information about Caitlyn Clark and the WNBA, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Your support means the world to us. So, let me get started. And I'm so happy for her to get the $28 million. As everyone is aware, Caitlyn Clark is the primary reason why so many people follow sports, especially basketball. Caitlyn Clark's last WNBA playoff game had over 2.6 million viewers and now we are seeing the ratings dip under 1 million views. She is one of the biggest stars in sports history and no one has ever joined the league and broken so many records so fast. People are enthralled with her everywhere she goes and followers follow her. And I also just love the overwhelming response of people that were saying like, oh, look now Caitlyn Clark is going to get me to watch golf. And the Golf League office was immediately inundated with emails from fans requesting that the event be televised live so that they could watch. Caitlyn Clark will be teeing it up at an LPGA Pro-Am in November. The administration responded to the enormous number of emails by saying how happy they were to have Clark compete in the tournament and how much they valued the excitement of the fans. This is what one of the tournament heads said, "I received your inquiry regarding if our Wednesday Pro-Am will be live streamed anywhere. Unfortunately, not. The only way to view would be in person. I will let you know if anything changes as we do have a lot of people asking the same thing. We are excited to have her with us. Reach out with any other questions and have a great day." This demonstrates that Caitlyn Clark's fans are devoted to her regardless of the sport she plays, which is something we haven't seen in years and highlights the amazing influence she has on the sports industry. Caitlyn Clark playing golf because she looks like a little female tiger. Elon Musk has been keeping a close eye on Caitlyn Clark since the beginning of the season, but he kept this interest hidden from the public. Despite being fully aware of Clark's record-breaking performances and the impact she was having on the game, Musk decided it was time to come out and publicly support her. He took a risk by offering her a $10 million endorsement deal, which showed that he believed in her talent and potential. It is bad news for the WNBA that she's not continuing to play. Maybe it is a good thing that Caitlyn Clark isn't playing in Unrivaled this season. Although Clark has not yet accepted the offer, there is hope that she will. This action demonstrates the attention she has received even from some of the world's most powerful people. Unrivaled losing out on a player like Caitlyn Clark, obviously, knowing the Caitlyn Clark effect, knowing the kind of ratings that she brings, I think it is a huge missed opportunity. Caitlyn Clark is currently bound by contracts with both the WNBA and Nike that prohibit her from participating in any activities that would provide her with financial compensation outside of these agreements. You may be wondering why she is able to play golf when she is prohibited from playing in leagues outside of the WNBA. The answer is straightforward, she plays golf for free because she has always had a passion for the sport and there is no money involved. A few weeks into the Indiana Fever's off-season and we are already seeing some major moves from players and the Indiana Fever front office. However, this exposes some hypocrisy on the part of these organizations. While other players are allowed to compete in different leagues all over the world, Clark isn't given the same freedom. She is limited to the WNBA and cannot pursue opportunities elsewhere. This situation emphasizes the unequal treatment she faces despite her enormous influence on the sport. WNBA players got upset, we don't have the privilege of just playing basketball. We have to care about these social issues. She's playing in a social issues league that wants to wear shirts that say vote, push some sort of political agenda. One instance of this restrictive treatment is the offer Caitlin Clark received from the Big Three League, which was willing to pay her $10 million for just 3 months of play involving about 10 matches. However, the WNBA did not allow her to join. Then, she received another offer from a league in Turkey which promised her $15 million. Interestingly, players like Gabby Williams and many others are currently playing in that same league without any problems. Another opportunity arose with the EuroLeague where Clark was scheduled to play, but the WNBA prevented her from doing so. During this off-season, the players are already moving around. We have Kelsey Mitchell going to play in China, Melissa Smith also playing in China, and Temi Fagbenel will be playing in Turkey. You can sense the jealousy factor here because so many leagues and businesses have made enormous offers for Clark, but she is unable to pursue any of them. Do you really think it's her decision not to accept these offers? Does she detest money or is she somehow above everything? In fact, she once stated in an interview that they aren't paid enough to even afford family tickets, which makes it obvious that she needs the financial support, but the league isn't supporting her, leaving her stuck while other players are given these opportunities. The league was founded by Brianna Stewart and Nafisa Collier. Let's check out some of the players who have opted into playing in Unrivaled. Eriko Gunbowl, Kelsey Plum, Angel Reese is playing, Dearica Hamby is playing, Natasha Cloud, Dijanai Carrington is playing, Brittany Griner is playing. So why do we think that none of the Indiana Fever team has signed up to play in Unrivaled? This is not the end of the story. Let's look at what the WNBA and Nike did to Caitlin Clark. Nike offered her a contract worth $28 million, which sounds impressive at first, but when you break it down, that's over a span of 8 years. While $28 million is a big sum, 8 years is a long time to be tied to one company. Let me also talk about the shoes. Has Nike released a signature shoe for Caitlin Clark? This raises the question of whether they really wanted to support and promote their star player. We have to, as fans, as media, as players, lighten up a little bit. Not every criticism of a player is said because we just dislike that player. Sadly, it appears that they only intended to sign her to a long-term contract without properly supporting her. And I'm going to share a very startling and regrettable truth about how she's actually being handled. There's a league with players that feel like they should be getting the attention now. They have center stage, but the ratings are going to go down. Are they going to be pointing fingers and blaming Indiana Fever fans and Caitlin Clark fans whenever the ratings don't stay the same? Yeah, they will. Hey, look at the numbers everywhere else across women's basketball. It's not just Caitlin Clark. It's all of us. And then the moment the ratings tank, they're going to come back and say, see, we were right all along. It's all the racists that follow Caitlin Clark that were watching the product and now they're gone and we're back with our diehards. It is bad news for the WNBA that she's not continuing. Why did they bind her? Because Nike favors Aya Wilson. In my opinion, there is no true comparison between Aya Wilson and Caitlin Clark. Although the public views them as rivals, Caitlin Clark is on a different level. Nike obviously wanted to support Aya Wilson, but when they saw how popular Caitlin Clark was becoming, they became concerned that another company like Adidas might sign her. As a result, they took action. You can't be throwing shade in little ways. Nike locked Clark into a $28 million contract, but they didn't really promote her. No signature shoes, no real push because they didn't want to completely support her. Instead, they wanted to prevent her from joining any other company. But I want to be the best person. I want to be the best teammate. It's really, really hard. And I don't even know why I'm crying. They crossed the line of being disrespectful, but they talked a lot of trash and they got humbled and I think that that's okay. While they have been working hard to promote Aya Wilson, this entire incident demonstrates how they recruited Clark only to shackle her without providing her with the attention she so richly deserves. Do you know what Caitlin Clark just got, the contract from, Nike? Nike. You know what the contract is? I want to say it's $3 million a year for 8 to 10 years. It's almost $30 million, something like that. The true question here is why Caitlin Clark is subject to such restrictions in comparison to other athletes. Why is she unable to participate in other leagues or take on more sponsorship contracts? Why is Clark restricted to the WNBA while other athletes are free to pursue possibilities worldwide, sign contracts, and establish their own brands? The WNBA has been a mess this year. It has been so unprofessional, and they need to step it up, and they need to step it up quick. And they also need to, I don't know if an apology is warranted to Caitlyn, earning only $76,000. A pitiful sum for someone who has virtually single-handedly raised the league's profile and is still encountering animosity in spite of her outstanding accomplishments. Aya Wilson thinks that Caitlyn Clark is only popular because she's white. Everything Aya Wilson is saying to me, it was a message to Caitlyn Clark of like, you want to come into our league, this is how you need to be. No one cares what skin color you are. I told myself it's not racist for me to like Caitlyn Clark's game and to say so publicly. The WNBA's black superstars should thank their lucky stars. Angel Reese is continuously seeking to damage her reputation in an effort to gain attention by spreading false information. Players like Dejounte Carrington have actually attempted to hurt her by poking her in the eye, ostensibly with the intention of keeping her out of the game. The only one that I've seen other than Steph Curry that can do that. She's incredible. She's like Steph Curry. Caitlyn Clark is a once-in-a-generation talent. No player in the WNBA can really compare to her. If we're talking about comparisons, we should be mentioning names like LeBron James or Steph Curry from the NBA, players on her level. Even veterans like Diana Taurasi have made fun of her, implying that she is just a fleeting sensation, which couldn't be further from the truth. One of the more interesting aspects of this fanhood is that some of the biggest supporters of Caitlyn Clark are not white, they're actually black males. In contrast, the WNBA frequently seems to be full of jealousy and pointless rivalries with players who are more interested in undermining one another than improving the game. This is unfair, and it's time for people to recognize how exceptional Caitlyn Clark really is. Elon Musk has come under fire for offering Caitlyn Clark $10 million, with many claiming that players like Aya Wilson, Nafisa Collier, and Breanna Stewart are more deserving of such recognition. Regular season viewership grew by 20% in 2023. It's grown by 180% now, which means it would take another 5 or 6 years to do what Caitlyn Clark has done. So between draft day viewership, which is up 400% to 40%, between ticket sales, which is up 93% to 16%, between regular game viewership, which is up 180% to 20%, what Caitlyn Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially. She did in 5 weeks what would have taken 5 years. And as it pertains to draft viewership, she did in 5 days what would have taken 5 years. But let's be honest, those players haven't done much to actually elevate the WNBA. They've been playing for years before Caitlyn Clark arrived, and we've never seen this level of excitement or interest in the league. The fact is that Caitlyn Clark has single-handedly lifted the league from near obscurity. Just look at the numbers from her most recent game, a staggering 2.6 million people watched, setting a new viewership record for the league. This has never happened before in the league. The buzz we're seeing now was previously exclusive to the NBA. The unrivaled basketball account had liked a comment that was seemingly throwing shade at Caitlyn Clark. Somebody said, "Please, no CC. We've all had enough of her fan base. Let us breathe." The unrivaled basketball account also liked that comment. A system of checks and balances should be in place to ensure that no player, especially someone like Caitlyn Clark, is unfairly treated or oppressed. All players should be valued equally, creating a culture of respect throughout the league. If each player received the recognition they deserve, it would inspire young athletes to look up to the league and aspire to join it. We could see more generational talents like Clark rise through the ranks in the future, but only if the league is properly monitored and managed with a vision for long-term success and inclusivity. Most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA. First WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles. First triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history. First triple-double in Fever history. The first player to be named WNBA Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same month. First player in WNBA history with 20 or more points, 15 or more assists, and 5 or more rebounds in a game. She won Rookie of the Month 4 times, Eastern Conference Player of the Week 3 times, single-season rookie record for assists, single-season rookie record for three-pointers, single-game record for assists, franchise record for most double-doubles, three-pointers, career 10 or more assists in a game, franchise record for most career 10 or more assists in a game. Fastest WNBA player to reach 100 three-pointers, she did it in 34 games. Most assists by a rookie in a WNBA All-Star game, for which she received the most fan votes ever, 700,000 of those. Fastest player to reach 350 points and 150 assists to start a season, regardless of years in the league. People will say pay more attention to the other folks, like she couldn't do it herself. You know, LeBron has teammates, Jordan had teammates. I understand. As I come to the end of this conversation, it is evident that the WNBA's future depends on establishing a welcoming environment where players like Caitlin Clark can flourish. By promoting equality, respect, and appropriate administration, we can make sure that the league not only survives, but thrives. We also need to acknowledge and celebrate the skill and commitment of every player, elevating their status and motivating the next generation. Us as black women, Aya reminds me a lot of you. Like this is not really about me and she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point, and also like she's good at basketball, but like she understands her privilege and like pushes her over the top in a sense, it reminds me a lot of you. And I think, and I mean that's a compliment, and I think in overall popularity does her race play a factor? Nominal. Women's basketball has had a cornucopia of talented white and black women's basketball players. Elena Del Don is white, is she not? Sue Bird, white, is she not? Aya Wilson's black. Cynthia Cooper, black. Like you can go back through and it's actually a lot more. There's gay and there's straight. There's black and there's white. There's tall and there's short. Caitlin Clark is becoming the best player not because she's white, but because she's that good. She's having a Larry Bird impact. She's been the driving force of the hottest team in the entire league despite her record turnovers. Why? Because she's that good. She's legit good. She's colorblind good. She's guilt-free good. She's apolitical good. Elon Musk's possible involvement might result in a much-needed improvement, but in the end, everyone involved, players, fans, and league officials, must be committed to creating a stronger basis for the sport. That's a scenario that we haven't seen happen, and I feel like that would be all over the headlines, and it also creates a target on your back when you say things like that. I appreciate your participation in this crucial discussion. If you like this video and would like to stay up to date on Caitlin Clark, the WNBA, and all the latest happenings, please subscribe to WNBA Core. Your support is greatly appreciated, and together we can fight for the respect and recognition these athletes deserve. Until next time, let's continue to champion excellence in women's sports. Becky Hammon was asked about the trash talk and here's what she had to say: "No, I mean we talked our crap. They heard it and they get to talk their crap. It's part of the game. It's not like personal,